if it's wrong, but one thing that I was not able to accomplish that I wanted to accomplish was after the war, the Liberians people elected me, and in fact, the Liberian people elected me to unite the country. I was not able to get some of the other factional leaders to return to Liberia. I was not able to get one or two of the political leaders to return. And I think they helped to provoke the situation. I was able to do a whole lot. Strangely, the LPC, these were all warring factions, and all of the other warring factions, I was able to bring them into government. In fact, most of the combatants that fought for the government during the war were the combatants of the warring factions that fought against me. So I accomplished bringing them together. I accomplished making sure that the issue of tribalism went away in Liberia. But I mean, to a great extent, I think most Liberians now, if you went to Liberia and took a poll, they would say Mr. Taylor did his best.
Any other regrets?
The second regret is that I was never able to get the United States to understand me. I was never able to get them to work with me, which is so essential for Liberia. No president of Liberia, no president can make it successfully unless he is online with Washington. Now, I'm not the type of guy that you can pick up a telephone and command. I don't take that. I didn't take that from Washington. Then, even if I were elected president, I would not take it. I'm not that kind. I'm not a coward. But I do believe that a good working relationship is essential for any president of Liberia or that president will
feel with a profound sense of gratitude and humility. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve as your president and commander-in-chief for the past 6 years. Together, in 2018, we embarked on a journey to build a
when you elect a clown and you think that he will be a king, what he does is to convert the kingdom into a circus. This is what we must deal with, and this is what we must say. Who do we elect into our public offices? Because, as I've said before, when you allow hyenas to take care of goats, why should you be surprised when the goats are eaten? This is the same. And Africa is only going to realize our potential in all areas when, by dint of choice, we enable and allow our best men and women to serve in different areas. I've heard it being said about Lee Kuan Yew in Singapore. I've heard it being suggested about Mahathir Mohamad in Malaysia. I've heard it being said about Japan. I've heard it being said about other countries, but there was a conscious decision on the part of those individuals and the followership. We always talk about leaders, but we never talk about the followers. The followers must also style up. Africans on average are for some reason attracted to thieves. Africans are for some reason attracted to men and women who cannot serve her. And when they are not served, then they complain. When Africans are told, choose you now whom we shall release, Jesus of Nazareth or Barabbas, they say, release Barabbas. And when Barabbas behaves like Barabbas, they say, why are you not behaving like Christ? It cannot be done.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up when you stop or stop slipping. Wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your... Come on, come on, come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta wake up small, yeah? Okay, let's go.
Oh yes, and Charles Pickerson said, a healthy democracy requires a decent society. It requires that we are honorable, generous, tolerant, and respectful. Oh, if you didn't get that, I'll read that again. Charles Pickerson said, a healthy democracy requires a decent society. It requires that we are honorable, generous, tolerant, and respectful. Let me say a very, very pleasant good evening to all of you across the country. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to those of you in the diaspora. Our friends, our fans, our followers, our critics, and even those of you who do not like the things we say and the way we say them, it's good to have all of you joining us tonight on the Wednesday's edition of Freedom Heart Talk. This is 87.9. This is Freedom FM, and we are live from Monrovia, the nation's capital. Just a lot to talk about tonight. The Liberia Council of Churches has held a meeting with the organizers of the July 17 protest.
You see the reason why we asked why the government betrayed.
Why did they go to the meeting?
People suffer.
Why do we think they are meeting with the organizers?
Your vision and your mission, your intention.
Was the meeting necessary?
You got nothing to show. Nothing. So why?
The Ministry of Transport employees seem to be aggrieved over the transition from all activities and programs concerning vehicle registration and traffic activities from the Ministry of Transport to the Liberia Traffic Management. I'm told there is a huge employee protest scheduled for tomorrow at the Ministry of Transport. We have a memo from the Ministry of Transport. Somebody sent it to us, and a source from within. It is an internal memo anyway. The Ministry of Transport is calling for calm. The Liberia National Police has also issued a statement. Apparently, the folks from the police say nobody should talk to us here at Freedom FM, so we don't bother again asking them for any response or statement. When you call them and ask to respond or clarify something, they say, okay, I will call you back, and they don't call back. Should we keep waiting for the police authorities to start to speak to us before we speak? No. Obviously, no way. So we will say what we know. 4 years ahead of the July 17 protest, a lot is happening, folks. Police officers are complaining they have not taken pay for the month of June. And they say on that day, Central will be empty. They are not coming out to do any work or perform any police service if the government does not pay them before July 17.
They got a special way again open. Nobody will ever use you for an opener again. Very easy. Yanjin beer can be found wholesale or retail at Sir Exeter and Tongo Water, and also in supermarkets or bars around you. Reward yourself by drinking Yanjin beer and tell me you'll be right.
So yes, we're saying to you, so they say Central will be empty on July 17. They will not go to work if the government does not pay the June money. And then the big news in country. President Joe Biden goes to America. It tells U.S. President, we do not know the value of our minerals. We need you to come to Liberia to help us value our mineral. Tell us how much our own mineral worth. But in the same vein, he goes to the U.S. to market Liberia's mineral resources. I say, yeah, I'm selling gold, I'm selling diamond, I get gold, I get diamond for sale. But I don't know I don't know the value. So I don't even know how to sell it to you. So you please can help us to value our gold and our diamond. Oh, what a country. Oh, what a leadership. Oh, what a government. This is embarrassing. It is shameful. Donald Trump just brag up, but you can speak good English, yo. I know you can speak good English, yo. Which school did you go to? He said, thank you, sir. Liberia, he said, yes, sir. Our president called him, said, our president, sir. What kind of country is this? What kind of government do we have? So yes, Mr. Braga has embarrassed the country again, and we have to say this. But there were some good intentions that we have to admit. But at the end of the day, the embarrassment caused us has overshadowed the entire good intention of the president. This is the censorship. We're going to spend time on Mr. Braga's presentation in the US. This is Freedom Hard Talk. This is the only political fellowship on radio at this time. Very shortly, we take a break from our sponsor, Cram Step of Liberia of Ome Semsayo, and a message from our partner, Yanjin Bie. Today is Wednesday, and obviously the payout for our cash, Win Liberia cash giveaway is huge. But let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk money from 7,005 to 15,000 to 25,000 to 40,000. This break from our sponsors. We'll come back. We'll welcome all of you to the show, and then run into talking some money, and then we run into politics. Tonight is politics.
The newest sensation in town. Yanjin beer is so smooth and light. You can drink it, wake up in that morning, feeling very energized, and you wicked boy, the woman will be very happy. No headache, no eye spinning. and the Yanjin Beer Battle, it got a special way again open. Nobody will ever use you for an opener again. Very easy. Yanjin Beer can be found wholesale or retail at Sir Exeter and Tongo Water, and also in supermarkets or bars around you. Reward yourself by drinking Yanjin Beer, and trust me, you will be ready to go.
My musical. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime and body, don't take law in your hands for your authority, but it can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, we need safety to your door, whether you rich or you poor. If you see you not take enemy, you check. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Okay, thank you so much, Old Man Sam Cyan, Crime Stopper Liberia. It's good to have you as a major partner here on the show. Oh yes, obviously. Okay, it's good to cancel this. Do this. Okay, so we were saying yes, it's good to have you, Crime Stopper Liberia, Yajing B, Win Liberia, all of you as major partners on the show, and we encourage other folks who are doing business to come and join us and partner with us. We are open to partnership. If you have a small business and you want to partner with us, you want to advertise, you want to do anything that will promote your business or your services you provide, yes, we're here. We're open to you. Maybe you want to feature your services or your business or your products on any of the shows. We are also open to you and available to you to help you market your goods and services. So again, welcome to the show. This is Freedom Hard Talk. We talk the hard issues here without fear, without favor for anybody. Our concern is to do what is right. Our responsibility is to report the facts or speak the facts or speak on the basis of facts. So we don't come here to fabricate stories or lie on people. No. We focus on the real issues that are backed by facts. So we're talking cash giveaway. So today's short code is *255*1#. *255*1#. That's the short code to play. Now, regardless of which phone you are using to play the cash giveaway, just that *255*1#. Any phone you're using, it will still go through. Button phone, Android phone, iPhone, any phone you're using, just that *255*1# and send. Short code. When you do that, you will see that when you send, you will see options will appear before you. Option number 1 will be asking you to play in Liberian dollars, and option number 2 will be asking you to play in US dollars. Whichever option you select, you just send, and then you enter your mobile money password. Now, there are different prices we have paying out. $7,500, $15,500. Sorry, $15,000, $25,000, and $40,000. Those are the prices for tonight on the jackpot. Another thing you need to know is there are some of you who play in the money and you didn't win. Your number is already in the system. So it is possible that we could do draw tonight and you will win. It's possible that when I leave, all of you who will play on the show tonight, it is possible that some will win and some will not win. Those who will not win does not mean they have lost totally. It's possible all the announcers that come after me might do draws and your number or numbers might pop up as winner. It's also possible that you play a whole lot today, you might not win today, but it does not mean you will not win. It's possible you may play a whole lot today and don't win, and you get vexed, say, I'm not even playing tomorrow. Tomorrow comes, you don't play, and you win. That's because your number in the system already. So once a draw is done, anybody's number can pop up. Anybody. So yesterday somebody won on the show, on another person's show, another announcer's show, and they called the person, did you play the cash giveaway? He said, no, I didn't play your cash giveaway. So we're like, are you sure? The person ended the call. We call back for the second time. Hello, sir, have you played our cash giveaway? He said, no. I said, I've not played a cash giveaway since today. But have you been playing? He said, yes. When was the last time you played? He said, yesterday. He was like, hey, my man. This is how the game works. So because you played yesterday and you didn't play today, and we are calling you and asking you whether you played the cash giveaway, just say yes, you played, but you played yesterday and all of that. It will still not disqualify you. It will qualify you to win. Once you play one time, your number is already in our system for lifetime. As long as this game is on the radio, your number is already in the system. One fine day, you might just be sitting home and one of the announcers will call you and say you won. So it doesn't have to be the KOK show left. Other announcers are on the radio. It's possible tonight while doing draw, there are some people who play on KOK show or on Abu show this morning or on Winner show or whosoever show who might win tonight on the show. So anybody can win once you dial *255*1#. Anybody can win. Any day you play. From the day we started the show, there are some people who play on the first day we started the show. They didn't win. It is possible they could win tonight or tomorrow or day after tomorrow, because that number is already in the system. So that's how it works. So again, the short code, button phone, Android phone, iPhone, any phone we have, just dial *255*1#. That's all. *255*1#. And then you send. When you send, two options will come before you. Option number one will be saying, oh, do you want to play Liberian dollars or do you want to play in US dollars? Any option you select, you send, and then you wait to enter your mobile money password. That's all you have to do. Tonight is jackpot. It's 7,000. Like we said, 7,500, $15,000, $25,000, and $40,000 in different categories. I really hope, again, it depends on you play. I can just give you money. You have to play for the money. So it's a game of chance approved by the government of Liberia for people 18 years old and above to play. So it's a legal thing. Okay, so let's welcome all of you who've joined us tonight on the show. It's good to have all of you following us. Let's run straight into this segment. Henry Toh has joined us tonight. Tatos Ghibli is also joining the show. Somebody said Voice of the Bannon districts in Brown County. Yes, is joining the show. Odell Gibson, what's up, Austin? Diana Dennis is following tonight. Venetius Junior Bai has joined us from Newport. Masa Sherif from Garnersville, Benu Kamara from the US, Agatha Glasgow from RIA Tingers Village. Mohammed Sana is also joining the show tonight. Okay, so Please invite others to follow, share the show on your social, on your personal pages, and also I know some of you are you're getting different small businesses, and so yes, we can understand those of you who are civil servants and joining the show. Yes, you can justify you watching the show, but you cannot justify you sharing the show. So if you're a civil servant, don't take the risks. If you're brave enough, you can take the risks. We understand all of that. So please share the show on your pages and in your chat rooms and invite others to listen and follow. So let's move into our different discussions. Okay, so the Council of Churches. So today, the Ministry of Transport, the folks reach out to us, and there are a lot of issues at the Ministry of Transport. And we've been talking about some of them. It seems some of the issues are being slowly resolved through different means. I don't know how the resolution is going to aid effectiveness in the manner and form in which they intend to manage the traffic activities and other documents, the processing of documentations that are supposed to qualify you to operate your vehicle within the space of our country. But the employees at the Ministry of Transport say they're protesting tomorrow. I'm told the director of motor vehicle almost got dismissed for agitating one Patrick Pia. And then I came in contact with a memo from the Ministry of Transport. So let's just read what the Ministry of Transport has said and what the police is also saying, which is key for all of us. So who wrote first? The police. This one is July. There's no date on this one, but it's today. This one was issued today. This was issued on the July 4th. So let's read this one first. The Ministry of Transport issued a memo on the 4th of July. And trying to zoom this thing so don't catch hard time. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Okay. So, internal memo, Ministry of Transport, to all employees, Ministry of Transport, from Oliver D. Scott, Director of Human Resource, the subject as indicated below, dated July 4th, 2025. Greetings. By directive of Honorable Ajiba S. Aban, Deputy Minister for Administration and Insurance, all employees of the Ministry of Transport are asked to remain calm and go about their regular and usual activities, as there is nothing happening that will affect any employee's job or function when it comes to the transition that is about to take place. We are well on the way and everything is moving positively with the Liberia National Police, Ministry of Justice, Liberia Traffic Management Incorporated, and the Ministry of Transport. Do not be carried away by street gossips or they say. You should feel free to contact your ministers for clarity on any matters of concern. Thank you, Minister of Transport, CC to all of them, Minister of Transport, Deputy for Daily, blah, 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 blah. Then, the Liberia National Police on today issue a statement on their official Facebook handle under the caption LMP assesses LTM, that's the Liberia Transport traffic management readiness ahead of July 13 rollout. This morning, under a steady downpour and with firmness, the Inspector General of Police and his team visited the Liberia Traffic Management headquarters in Pinsville. The visit was part of ongoing preparations for the July 13, 2025 mandate, when LTM, the Liberia Traffic Management, officially assumes full responsibility for issuing driver's licenses and vehicle registrations across Liberia. Driver's licenses and vehicle registrations across Liberia. With soaked boots and sharp focus, the IG's team toured the facility, reviewed systems, and engaged LTM leadership on readiness. The Liberia National Police is determined to ensure a smooth and secure transition that serves the interests of all citizens. Beginning July 13, all valid driving documents. I read that again. Beginning July 13, all valid driving documents must be obtained directly from LTM offices near the SKD Sports Complex. Any licenses or registrations issued elsewhere after that date will be considered invalid and subject to enforcement by the LMP. Documents issued prior to this date will remain valid until their stated expiry. This is a defining moment in Liberia's journey toward road safety, accountability, and unified traffic management. The LMP urges all Liberians to prepare and comply with this change. So what basically the LMP is saying is that our entire country is now transitioning from obtaining our vehicle registration documents along with our driver licenses from the Ministry of Transport. We will no longer have to go to the Ministry of Transport to obtain our driver licenses and our vehicle registration documents. That begins July 13. So from the 13th of July, pushing forward, Ministry of Transport will have nothing to do with issuing driver licenses and vehicle registration documents. It's going to be issued by the Liberia Traffic Management. Not only that, the police is also saying that all of us who obtained our driver licenses from the Ministry of Transport will remain valid until the expiration date is reached. So, for example, this is my driver license, right? This is my driver license. Now, on this driver license was issued March 21st, 2024. It means my driver license will expire March 20th, 2026. So it means this does not cover me because I have a valid driver license that expires in 2026. So until 2026, I don't have to go to Liberia Traffic Management. I don't have to go to Ministry of Transport. Now, in March 2026, when I'm ready to renew my driver license, this memo is saying from the police that I will have to go to the Liberia Traffic Management to obtain my driver license. Not only that, my vehicle that is registered, and this is the clarity we try reaching out to CEO Clark today to get, but because the release did not say it, the release said vehicle registration. That is the insurance aspect. The second, okay, that one is left with the insurance company, so that's why they didn't put it there. So it's almost two. You can go to any insurance company to obtain your third party insurance. So, but your vehicle registration, along with the sticker that is normally given you, will be obtained from the Liberia Traffic Management. So let's assume my vehicle is registered and the expiration will be July 26. And Liberia Traffic Management is assuming authority of vehicle registration on the 13th of July. It means after July 13th, when my vehicle registration expires on the 26th, I will no longer have to go back to the Ministry of Transport to obtain my vehicle registration documents. I will have to go to the Liberia Traffic Management to obtain those documents for my vehicle. I'm at liberty to insure my car with any insurance company of my choice. So the Liberia National Police has nothing to do with that. Liberia Traffic Management has nothing to do with that. Transport Ministry has nothing to do with that. But make sure you have a valid, a legitimate insurance document so it does not be fake. And then when the traffic management people inspect your insurance document and it is fake, they will pull you over, impound your vehicle, and all of that. So that's what the police is saying. But yes, my concern, and since the police people say we're not their friends, no problem. We'll say our observations and reservations and recommendations on the radio to them because we know that they can listen. The first thing I'll say to you, we can be talking decentralization and then we still pushing traditional venues that are already used to clients and customers obtaining traditional documents from. They will keep pushing it back to far distances without establishing substations or sub offices in at accessible areas. To obtain vehicle registration documents and driver license or licenses, the venue to obtain those vehicle registrations and driver licenses should be accessible to the public. We have to decentralize that. Imagine how many thousands of human beings used to come here. Yes, it means that people will say, okay, think of your brother close to us. But the fact that more people know that they have to go to the Ministry of Transport here to obtain the driver licenses and the vehicle registration documents, I would like to advise or recommend to the Liberia Traffic Management people that they have a window. And I hope that transition plan that they are discussing with the police, Ministry of Justice, and the LMP, I hope that can be included. And this is a recommendation to them that they have a window, they establish a window at the Ministry of Transport, which is the traditional venue that people are used to, and then as part of as they transition, they can start fading away and then transition to their original place. Besides that, even if they transition from the Ministry of Transport, Liberia Traffic Management has to have an office in Central Monrovia. You can take a major office, you're providing major service to the public, major service delivery, and you take it off the capital, outside the capital. No, that's not reasonable in my mind. We're talking driver license and vehicle registration. That is, or those are major service deliveries you are coming to provide. So you can't take it outside the capital and carry fireplace in Pinzo because somebody get a hold there, you won't go visit for them and pay them money. No. That can be your headquarters, but you need to have some operational offices or an operational office in Central Monrovia. Because bulk of the people leave from Pinzo and come to Monrovia to work, to school, to do their businesses. They will not go back Pinzo to sleep. Residential area. Most of them go back where you have your headquarters. So again, I'm recommending to them that they need to open an operational office in Central Monrovia that will be spatial enough to accommodate at least 100 or 55, 50, 75, 100 persons at the time. Space enough to host 100 persons, customers. Because mind you, most of the people who acquire vehicle registration documents, they acquire them for 6 months. Most of the people who acquire vehicle documents, 6 months. From January to July, people coming. There are many persons whose vehicles registration documents are expired or have expired, and they will need to renew those documents. Who wants to leave from Broadview and go to Pinsville to register their vehicle? The registered vehicle. If you can have somebody in Douala, at least have an office in Central Monrovia that will make it easier and accessible to the public. So everybody can be running way to Pinsville SKD to go obtain vehicle registration document. That's going to be embarrassing to the people, the citizens, and also to even you, because our business is doing now. So I don't even need to tell you to decentralize your office, your operations, because that business you do, you can't look for money. If you see that right down there, some people will not come to you, and the police will not go and start shooting people because they didn't register their vehicles. But you want the money, so you have to come here. So we hope this is going to be part of the transition plan or the conversation that you guys are having. That I will leave a window at the Ministry of Transport for now, as LTM, as LTM, transition, and then they can try to open their own operational office in Central Monrovia to accommodate plenty of people. Me and now obtaining driver license general, now obtaining vehicle registration document general. So, sorry, we're not worried about that. So that's it. Initially, the Police and Transport Ministry people were fighting over this Liberia traffic management, and it was on the basis of interest. But yeah, I don't want to politicize this for now, since they say the Ministry of Transport say it is in transition. It's not going to affect the effectiveness or the jobs of Transport Ministry employees. There was a department there, a whole department there that was doing for vehicle registration and driver license issuance. And I think there's a director there for motor vehicle. There's a department there for motor vehicle, and there are sub departments also for driver. I think assistant director for driver license and all of that. So all these people will not be issuing driver license, dealing with driver licenses and vehicle registration document again. So what do they do there at the Ministry of Transport? This is the reason why they are protesting. Because at the Ministry of Transport, you have department, you have motor vehicle department. You have a director, you have an assistant director. You have other people responsible for driver license issuance. So if you're taking everything from the Ministry of Transport, it means you are shutting down that department. Hence, we're leaving people off their jobs. So again, it is a good thing that the Ministry of Transport say they are in conversation, holding transitional conversation with the Ministry of Justice, Transport, LTM, the police, and all of that. So maybe LTM will say, you know what happened? I saw you in our system. The employee said, no, that's not guaranteed. Our government job guarantee. Your job is guaranteed. So probably they will say, okay, send you all the expertise here. You all the experts here. You have the expertise in the driver license team, vehicle issuing or document processing, everything. We'll just hire you as our full-time employees. And they will just shift you over. Then you'll move into the private sector. Then the government can shut down that department because they will not be doing anything. So we wait to see the outcome of the transitional conversation and see how we can make, how we can also continue, how we can make meaningful impact with the transition plan that will come, that will be announced by the government. So folks, I'd like to say this to you, right? On this protest for July 17. And today is 8:40. It's after 8:40. So that's something around 12 minutes, yeah? 12 minutes to 9 o'clock. So I want to test your resolve tonight about July 17 protest. Because coming up at 9 o'clock, we're going to have a conversation about Mr. Bouakar's presence in the U.S. We've done our research. We're going to have a meaningful discussion tonight. But July 17 protest is important. Today is the 9th of July. Tomorrow is the 10th. So you have roughly about 8 days to go ahead of this protest. And I say this to all of you. If you think everything in the country is okay, I want to appeal to you, do not show up for the protest on July 17. Let me repeat. Those of you under my voice, if you are listening to me tonight, whether you are in the diaspora and you have your family members in Monrovia or in Liberia, and all of you think, or you're in Clarendon or Doe Community or Broadville or Virginia or Clay Ashland or Addington or Rossville or Chisholm-Bragg, Johnsonville, Crusoeville, and all of the ville, and you think that everything in the country is okay, stay home on July 17, do not come to protest. But if you believe that everything in the country is not okay, if you believe that you cannot go to the police and get fair judgment, if you're in your community and when you go to the police, they tell you, say, we don't have money to go arrest that person, give her money so we can go arrest the person. If your family member died mysteriously and till now, the government of Liberia cannot say anything about the death of your family, come out. The protest is for you. The protest is for victims of the circumstances in our country. The protest, I repeat, the protest is for victims of the victims of the circumstances in our country. Those who are victims of poverty, those who are victims of mysterious killing. The protest is for all of you. And you have to come up. The protest is for those who've been denied justice. The protest is for you. The protest is for those of you who cannot get access to quality education. The protest is for you who cannot afford to pay your children's school fees or their graduation fees. The protest is for young, struggling University of Liberia students who are protesting every day for improvement on the campuses of the University of Liberia. The protest is for you. The protest is not for the elites. The elites will not leave their comfort zones to join you or call for protest. No. No. When it comes to social justice, elitism in the context of our country does not apply to the man, what the man thinks. It applies to your action, what you do. So there are two different things we're talking here. Two different things. What you think versus what you do. So don't allow anybody to mislead and say, oh, look at the house the man living, look at the clothes the man wearing. That's not elitism. Elitism in this context applies to your action versus your mind. How does this man think about you and your living condition? What is he doing about you and your living condition? What role is he playing in addressing your living condition? So who is the elite here? The man who leaves his comfort zone. The privilege. If a privileged person leaves his comfort zone to organize a protest and call on the underprivileged and the victims of poverty to join him, to stand behind him, to walk behind him, to chant battle cry behind him. So I will leave my comfort zone. I will come outside and urge all of you to join me, work behind me. I will give my chest to the borders and to the uncomfort of the police, discomfort of the police. Even if they want to arrest me, I will give my body and my chest to them. I will serve as the face of this protest. I will leave my comfort, come outside because of you. Who do you stand behind? The person who is seeing you suffering. And they say, don't go protest for your right. Because they may live in farmhouse. Does that make sense to you? That's how our politicians, the greedy and selfish ones, that's how they fool you. They fool you. That's how they fool you and mislead you into making wrong choices. And tomorrow, the moment you say to them and don't come out for the protest, after 2 days, you stay struggling, and in your struggling condition, they say, if I knew I was going to go for that protest, it's late. It's late. The time is now. If you cannot stand up now, you wouldn't be able to stand up tomorrow, because the damage may have been caused and you might not even be alive to tell the story. So the time is now. Don't allow anybody to tell you don't stand up. You know what democracy literacy is? Your ability to know. Your ability to know. Your ability to speak. Your willingness to know, to speak about issues confronting you in the country. Your right to education. Your ability to identify your right to education, to know that you have a right to education, to know that you have a right to life, to know that you have a right to good health care, to know that you have a right to shelter. Democracy literacy. You must be in and know that your government is responsible to ensure that an environment, a conducive environment, is created for you to live in freely. Democratic literacy. So don't allow them to tell you, my man, you see, you poor, you see that man who calling for protest, he orphan, you must go follow him. That's how they mislead you and put you into making wrong choices. If that man was bad and terrible like they are, he will not leave his comfort zone and tell you, say, let's go protest against the bad things that happen, the terrible things that happen in this country, against hardship in this country, and I will lead the protest. Remember, then I comfort zone and say, okay, I get about what I get, what I care. Anything will happen, they happen. I get time. Focus and support people who have time. People who have time for you. People who show you time. Focus on people who have time for you and people who gave you their time. People who show you their time, their energy, their everything. People who have it and sacrificing for you to also have it and for you to also get where they are. Those are your real leaders. Those are your heroes. People who are championing your cause. There are people who do not need to protest because they have good homes. They have food to eat. They will not go out of food unless they die. But they say, no, we will lead a protest that will be supported by the ordinary people from the back and march to strategic or traditional venues and speak or call our government to action. Then the very people, the very oppressors, the very people who are oppressing you are telling you in your corners, do not go out because they may get found shoe. Do not go out because they won't get found dress. Do not go out because they boy a child, they boy a baby or dollar too far. Don't go out because they make dollar in spirited and your dollar in honey banks. That's the main reason why you are supposed to come out, because if you come out, the government will be able to listen to us, and the government will be able to upgrade Annie Banks in Broadville to a level of spiriting with quality teachers, a conducive learning environment, and all of that. But if you do not come out, you will continue to go to Annie Banks. No offense to Annie Banks and all of that, but the reality is that it is a low standard school compared to other schools, and the government is paying less attention to it, to public schools, because of corruption, because of massive corruption in the system. Because of that, they are not giving you the quality of education that you desire, that you need, that is your right. Do you feel happy sitting in these slum communities and see other people, children going to expensive school or quality schools, and your kids are going to schools of less quality? One teacher teaching 3-4 different classes? Do you feel satisfied? No. So this protest is for you. The protest on July 17th is not for Joe Baka. It's not for Katumu Baka. It's not for Joe Baka Jr. No. It's not for the ministers and the junior boys and girls. No. So don't listen to Jeremy Pierre, for example, telling you do not go out to protest. Did you think Jeremy Pierre, as Minister of Information, with his wife and children in America, will tell you go protest? No. Because the protest is intended to enlighten your minds. Not only that, but to stand up to your government to compel it to do the right thing. Now, let me tell you the gains here. If the government does not do the right thing, the government gains. The government officials benefit. You see that? If the government does not do the right things, if the government continues to be corrupt, it benefits the government officials who are telling you do not protest. Because if the government is corrupt and encouraging corruption, the government officials will benefit. They and the children will benefit. If the government is not corrupt, if the government is transparent and accountable to the people, you, the people, will benefit. We, the people, will benefit. And that's why this protest is under We the People movement. Because we, the people, will benefit when you can go to the judiciary and obtain justice without the interference of the executive mansion. It means you can go to Capitol Building and interact with your lawmakers without fear, because no lawmaker will be afraid to vote against a bill from the executive, especially so when their constituency vote against, for fear that the executive will call finance ministry and say, hold the people benefits. It's in your interest, because over 65% of what LRA generates goes in the pockets of officials of the government through salaries and benefits. And we spend little investing in the public sector. See our public sector infrastructures. You are still struggling after 19 years, 6 months plus. We are still struggling to reconnect Monrovia with running water. After 19 years, 6 months plus, we are still struggling to restore stable and uninterrupted electricity to Monrovia. Una small Monrovia, we are still struggling. You are in Doe community or Clarendon listening. You know the struggle you go through at Simple Bridge. You all know the struggle you go through to get clean drinking water, safe drinking water. Do you think some of us are satisfied that we are interacting with people in these different slum communities and we're looking better than them? No. It is appalling. For me, that's why at times people can say, oh man, maybe you're too proud, or you get proud, or you get shit-faced. Yes, because for me, I feel embarrassed when I'm in a slum community and I'm looking like I'm better than somebody else. And we're all human beings. So at times I squeeze myself in corner that I do not even want to be noticed. So today I revealed the real secret why somebody can say I'm proud. That the real reason there. Because I'm always in the public space. And I don't want people to say, oh, they're like Oscar down there. And you know, you appear somewhere and then people like they want to come around you, all the kind of thing. No, I don't like that. Because it makes me feel but more human being than the other person. I don't like it. So when you see me in the public, I'm in my space because I don't want people to notice me, to know that me. I've never said that on radio before, and that's the reason. So when I go somewhere, I just go squeeze myself in one corner. Somebody notices, they say that I remember you too proud. They're not proud. That's my real feeling and my real reason there. Because you're somewhere, imagine you're somewhere, then everybody coming around. What are the Austin hello, how you doing? You know, it makes people feel like they're better human beings than others. And I don't like that. I hate to feel that I'm better human being or more human than others. So as soon as I appear somewhere, I'm like speeding on, or I want to run fast or go fancy to sit down in my corner or stop. And I'm talking less. So how do you feel? Other people are celebrating you. Other people are eager to see you. Other people appreciate your appearance and all of that. You're looking good, and they don't look good. But our government officials say we must celebrate them, and you must not come out to protest because what? If you protest, you will step on eating mouths. Oh, they will step on eating more. Also, you're not protest. A deputy minister who's a good friend to me calls me on Monday. On Monday. And so, anything you're doing here, the protest you're promoting, it's not good though. I said, why? He said, you want to risk the lives of the ordinary people. I said, that war front will go on. That war will go on fine. For people to hold placards and walk from Nukutan to Capitol Building, or from Oro to Capitol Building. That war didn't get racked, didn't get stake, didn't get nothing. That placard, paper. What about people that the government is afraid of? But in essence, the government is not afraid of the paper you'll be holding. The government is afraid of the power that is vested in you by the Constitution. The government officials are aware that you, the people, you have the power to remove them because of their performance, poor performance. That's the reason they are afraid of you to group, come out against them. That's the only fear. So the government will be willing to do anything to distract, distort, and disrupt the protest. They'll do it. But we're saying to you, do not be deterred. I have never in my life protested before. Never. But you know what? I'm coming at July 17. I'm coming at July 17 because we all are victims. Some of the victims are in different categories. There are some victims who cannot afford a decent meal a day. There are some victims who can afford decent meal a day, but they don't get justice when they go to the courts for justice. So you see, the man can afford to eat, he can afford to pay a children's school fees, he can afford a decent home, but he goes to the court because he's an opposition person. He's being targeted. He can get justice. Political witch hunt. The people who are being witch hunted politically, they have family members and friends and relatives. So indirectly, they are victims of injustices in our country. That's why some of us are coming out. That's why we are coming out. I don't want to sit there and narrate what happened behind the scene with the son of a popular politician who was accused of trafficking drugs. I know a case of a popular person who had to go to court and say, my son, I beg you, let's bear the pain. Say that you do it. Because if the more you say, you keep denying, with the people, they will drag the thing, you'll be in jail, you're not guilty, you pre-trial detainee for over 4 or 5 years. Well, you can say that you do it and still go serve your 3-4 years and come out also. But 3-4 years you inside there, you are pre-trial detainee. So which one is preferable? Because these people will not free you. You'll be down as spiritual detainee, and then 1 year pass, 2 years pass, 3 years, 4 years, you stay there. Your case not even start here. So why can't you say you get opportunity to go sit down and go? Just say you go there. They will give you 3 years, 4 years. You go spend 3, 4 years there. And that kid had to agree to that family advice and that parental advice. Political witch hunt. It is risky and dangerous. It is humiliating. It's painful to some. This protest is for those victims of political witch hunt. You saw how many persons cried before the Monrovia Central Precinct from the slum communities? You didn't have fanatic Kofa, Desisibo relatives were crying down there. Yeah, relatives were crying at the Monrovia Central Precinct. Those are ordinary Liberians who do not have access to Funati and Dixon Sibo and Jacob Debbie and Abu Kamara. Those are ordinary people who believe that these people are supposed to walk in the court and get justice and come back also. But imagine they sit down and see that those individuals at that level cannot even walk to the court and get justice. That they will be subjected to humiliation, political intimidation from the office of the president with an instruction to the Inspector General of Police and to the court. Those are the people who turned on that day during their release. They see themselves at risk. Because if this can happen to this person, no, over 3,000 human beings were dismissed in this country by Joseph Barker and his government. Why? Because they were seditions or they were employed in 2018. So anybody who was employed in the government in 2018 is considered by the United Party a sedition or an opposition person. So they remove all of them from payroll. At least 2 persons were relying on those individuals, each of those individuals dismissed. So see how many persons we took from the payroll and push them back into poverty. Each of those 3,000 persons, I'm told here, somebody said even more than, somebody said the number is more than 3,000. So let's take it as 3,000. Let's take out 3,000 human beings with an assumption or an estimation that at least 2 persons were relying on each of the 3,000 persons that were dismissed. You know how many persons the government remove from payroll and say, you get from your help, either you're pushing somebody in the water or in the sea, in the deep sea. Push them into poverty. Those are real victims. Some of them are kids have never entered school. Because what? Their parents lost their jobs because they were seditions or because they were employed in 2018. They dropped from school. Sitting and waiting for their parents to search for a new job. Till date, some of the parents are still searching for jobs and can't get a job. And they are still out of school, sitting in the communities and doing nothing. Increasing illiteracy in our country. And those are the victims. Those are the victims that are coming out on July 17th. The protest is not for the elites. If your life is okay, everything is okay, brother, sister, mama, papa, stay home. If you think the protest will have a strength to call this government to action, come outside and call them to action. You need to shake this government so they can leave in the seat someone and say, yeah, no, I come for Zoom. The government is comfortable 1 year, nothing. 6 months, nothing. They're still comfortable. So the people have to come outside. We, the people, have to come outside to shake it small and see what will happen. And see what will happen. So the protest is for you. The protest is for you. The protest is for you. A healthy democracy. A healthy democracy requires decent society. Requires a decent society. Is a society decent? What do we consider a decent society in the context of democracy? In the context of democracy, when you say a society, a decent society in the context of democracy, these are the pillars we're talking about. Rule of law, respect for the rule of law. It's a key pillar. Respect for the rule of law is a key pillar in the context of decent democracy. Because when a society is not decent, or when there's no decency in a society, how does democracy thrive? How does it? No, it doesn't. Where everybody is violating and disrespecting the laws, that society is not a decent society. Where people are dishonorable. You have no honorable people in the country. Your government officials do not care. They care less whether they're stealing and doing nothing. They don't care. Dishonorability. We need men, honorable men and women in public service to make our democratic society decent. It is also lacking. Our government officials and our government officials, in fact, are intolerant. A democracy requires huge tolerance. Because to criticize your government is a joke. Nobody wants to be criticized. That's why people say, hey, you government will constitute a government that will take charge of the management to administer the running of the state of affairs of the country, of a country. So since we give you that responsibility, it must come with tolerance, because there will be critics. There will be people who do not like you, opposition people and everything, but you have to tolerate them. That's what makes a society decent. The government's ability, the government's willingness to tolerate dissent or dissenting views, critical voices in the country. You have to tolerate them. But here we're going to wake up one morning and say, nobody protesting here. When people want protest, we'll pay people in a crowd with guns and accuse them of an attempt to commit murder or to cause subversion or to cause subversive activity in the country. You can do that. That's intolerance. A society where people do not respect the people that when the government does not respect the people that they lead, when the government does not respect opposition leaders, opposition figures, the only people that the government respect should be people in the government. Once you're not in government, nobody wants to respect you. This man feels too proud or too decent to have a conversation with somebody, and the only reason is because he or she is a government official. When there is lack of respect, and another thing I should mention also is generosity. I remember one time when I was at Pram, my good friend Fred Moba used to have a show on the station called Johnny Finger Miracle. And that show was about generosity, showing gratitude to people. Our democracy does not enjoy generosity. The government is not generous to its people. And generosity in this context does not mean giving people money when people come to you at your office, then you give them money or you give them scratch card. No. The generosity of the government must be reflected in the actions, in the policies that are made, the policy actions that are taken, the policy decisions that are made, the policies that are carved. We sit down and take $100,000 and deposit it on a purchase card for a president when a hospital needs $27,000 to buy medicine. That's not being generous. That's not being generous. $27,000 worth of medicine, just medicine, for these community clinics in the community to eat. Do you know how much of that amount can come from $100,000? And we consistently place that money on Joseph Boakai card every time he travels. What is Boakai going to do with $100,000 in America? president is going for 5 days, because that's the highest time Baga will stay out of the country. And you gave him $60,000 on his card. To do what an 80-year-old man wants to do with $60,000 for in 5 days. And Baga will be sitting there if you're Donald Trump having $100,000 on his card, when Donald Trump does not even have $5,000 on his card, and be begging Donald Trump for budget support. But he's sitting down with $100,000 on a card to shopping. The man he's begging, the person he's begging for support does not even have $5,000 on his card. And Joe Biden will be sitting there begging that man for money for budget support. Who becomes the victim? We the people. That's why we the people must come out. Generosity. Our leaders are not generous to us. They prioritize their own interests. They seek their own interests to go for what benefits them, and not what benefits you. So what kind of democracy do you have? A democracy where the leaders where the leaders do not where the leaders are not honorable, a democracy where the leaders are not generous to you, a democracy where the leaders are not tolerant to you, a democracy where the leaders are not respectful to you. It means the society is not decent for democracy. Those are the 4 key qualities that you must take home tonight. Take them home. Your leaders are not honorable. Honorability. Your leaders are not generous to you. Generosity. Your leaders are not tolerant. Your leaders are not respectful. Those are the 4 qualities that create a decent society for democracy to thrive. When those 4 qualities are lacking, you don't have a decent society for democracy to work. And so no democracy will work in an indecent society. No democracy works. No democracy works. It's not possible. Let's transition to Mr. Baga straight, but before that, I want to play a song and take this very important call. So, Indecision by J Bobo. Let's take this song to spice the show up some more, and then we'll transition to something else. J Bobo.
Cap with a J, no style G.
International, baby. They say they want new press, so we gave them the new press, so what's the price in your way? They say they want new press, so we gave them the new press, so what's the price in your way? Give us 7 now, take it big. It's stepping on us every day. We not talk every day, but stay. You want killing us every day. Like who can we save us now? Like who can we save us now? Power shine killing us every day. Making everybody face that's the front. They say they want new press, so we gave them the new press, so what's the price in your way? They say they want new press, so we gave them the new press, so what's the price in your way? Plenty people they import 40, one man taking 45. Don't say stand, don't lose the place. So corruption in our face. Hunger killing us. Hunger killing us. Hunger killing us. Hunger killing us.
They say the devil was sharp, it's an idle man. An idle man is a hungry man. A hungry man is an angry man that ain't bring all the holla they ain't in the land. Corruption stay in the house. Too many appetite but hunger stay killing us. If you live to see the next day, you must think of. You got our people that will vote and stay fooling us. Lie to us. All the hope and the promise that they made to us. So fly just to carry our vote from us. That's why they lead all in poverty. Get to see and walk your way with impunity. You came my mind, I will vote for you. You go to school, I will stay vote for you. Old people for let we pull it into there, yeah they stay. Now I will give it to the woman. And I make it so we give it to the beginning. The begin trip, so we give it to the old people, yeah they stay.
They say they want new press, so we gave them the new press. So they say they want new press, so we gave them the new press. Plenty people name poverty, one man taking 45K. No system, no rules in place, so corruption in our face. Hunger killing us, the hunger killing us, the hunger killing us, oh, hunger killing us.
La corruption est tout seul, Maxico est tout seul.
La plan people.
Okay, thank you. So, yeah, so we got very important information. Is but we have to process it. We have to process the same thing I was talking about tolerance not too long. This is where we are. The police are held a strategic meeting of senior intelligence officers. And we have obtained the details from the meeting about the protest on July 17. And because of the sensitive nature of the information, we have the processes. It's good that tomorrow is Thursday. We have a show tomorrow. So within the space of 15 to 16 hours, we have to process it and then see what we can pull out and what we can pull out. But the police will be treading a dangerous path. And there are, anyway, let me hold on for tomorrow. Let me hold on for tomorrow. We will start reviewing something. So let me just hold on for tomorrow. By God's grace, we will review a lot of things tomorrow about the police strategy for the protest on July 17. I already have a meeting tomorrow with the organizers. So let me play you this recording from Mr. Bouaka, the president of our country. This is what Mr. Bouaka had to say between he and Donald Trump. Okay. Hey, Joe Bouaka. Joe. Okay, let me upload it. You don't guess on it. Okay, this. Okay. 13, 1.55, 1.55, 2.18. Okay. Then 1.55. Okay, so listen to your president, and then we'll tell you. So this is your president, Joseph Yman Bouaka.
First, let me congratulate you for your recent celebration of your 249th anniversary. We did at Liberia at your embassy. Mr. President, we thank you for this opportunity to be here. Liberia is a long-term friend of the United States, and we believe in your policy of making America great again. And we also go a long way with you in your diplomacy that has to do with economic development and commercial friendship. Liberia has a lot of minerals, and one of the things we ask as good friends for a long time, is the opportunity to do a survey of our minerals. And also, we are committed to peace, and we've been very lucky within our region. We are a country that have had series of democratic elections, and our country had been cooling down. And also, we want to encourage American involvement in the investment in Liberia. We'd like to see that happen. We want to work with the United States in peace and security within the region. We are committed to that. And we just want to thank you so much for this opportunity.
Well, thank you. It's such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where? In Liberia.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's
Yes,
very
sir.
interesting. It's beautiful English.
Thank you, sir.
I have people at this table can't speak nearly as well, and they
you,
come
sir.
from.
So that Joe Biden, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. But that's not the real issue, right? Here's the real reason why I decided to play this. Listen to him again.
First, let me congratulate you for your recent celebration of your 249th anniversary. We did in Liberia at your embassy. Mr. President, we thank you for this opportunity to be here. Liberia is a long-term friend of the United States, and we believe in your policy of making America great again. And we also go a long way with you with your diplomacy that has to do with economic.
I hope you're playing the catch over roll. Star 255, star 1 hash.
It's a lot of minerals, and one of the things we ask as good friends for a long time is the opportunity to do a survey.
The opportunity to do a survey
minerals.
of our minerals.
And also, we.
Okay, so the president has asked the U.S. for an opportunity to do a survey of our mineral. Let's place that. So what we're going to do in the next 10 minutes, we are going to place that into context. A survey to do a survey of our minerals. Let me see whether these people are playing here, so we don't get distracted or lost on. Okay, let me see. Just wait a minute. Okay, so let's see how it looks here. Jackpot. Okay, jackpot. Let me refresh and see what it looks like. We'll see how many boys in that star 255 hash. Okay, so so the president went to the US to interact with his counterpart. And the president made a request. And the request that the president made to the US president is for the US to come here and value our minerals. Gold, diamond, iron ore. I don't know our commercial value. The president did not take with him to America a data. You see, always we say to these guys, everybody has their own strength in their own area, and there is a statutory body established to provide regulatory authority and supervision over our minerals. The Ministry of Mines and Energy. The president's note or the president's preparation or a presentation was prepared, you sat down, the brainstorm and everything, I'm sure, assuming, since by standard, that's how it's supposed to be, because you are going to make a case for Liberia, a case that should be strong enough and attractive enough to see American investors running into this country to invest in strategic areas that align with U.S. Commercial policy or commercial programs. So you have to make a case that will be attractive and that will align with U.S. interest, business interests. So what did Mr. Braga choose to take to the U.S.? Mr. Braga decided to go to the U.S. to meet Mr. Trump to market our minerals potential. Hey, if I was sitting in the seat of Mr. Braga, I would have done the same. The choice of Mr. Braga to go and market our mineral potentials was okay. Agreeing 89%. The choice among all of our natural resources, the choice by the government, are getting 89%. That is to make that decision from rubber, this and that. What can we take to the US? Because the US is investing a lot in minerals. Yes. So what the US interest, what they have interest in, you have to identify that in your country and go there and make a case to them. Now, but in making a case, you have to have strong and attractive data that will be able to attract them too. Because you don't want to go to Americans and sitting before the U.S. president telling him, we're rich in mineral and we want you to go and value our minerals. How do you know you are rich in mineral when you have not valued your minerals? Mr. President, that was embarrassing. That was contradicting. The president said that minerals is in doubt. We are rich with minerals. What informed that decision? Some of you are 60 years old. You've been hearing that Liberia is rich in gold and diamond. We are rich in mineral. When you were 5 years old, today you're 60 years old. You are still hearing our president, who is 81 years old, still telling a 71, 72-year-old American president that Liberia is rich in mineral. So you telling me all those years Liberia has not been able to even hire a friend that will come here and value our mineral, even if it is an estimated value. But when you even do your research, which I did, and the worst case, okay, let's research together. Just ask Google to tell you how much or what's the value of Liberia's mineral. What is the value? What's the value of Liberia's mineral resources? Or what is the estimated? Let me put estimate. What is the estimated? MATED. What is the estimated value? You search. Say we want to do the elementary way. We say we go to Google. Say what is the estimated value of Liberia's mineral? This is what Google is giving you through an AI overview. While a precise total estimated value of all Liberia's mineral resources is not really available, recent discoveries, particularly the uranium and antium, are projected to attract $3 billion in foreign investment. And the country holds significant reserves of iron ore and gold. More specifically, projected investment, Liberians anticipate attracting 3 billion in new investment following recent discovery of mineral deposits, including blah, 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 all of that, right? Go to iron ore and gold reserves, right? Then you go and say, okay, I want all the money. I want iron ore, I want and gold reserves. Then you can say, Liberia is estimated to have reserves ranging from 2 to 5 billion metric tons of iron ore and 3 million ounces of gold. Yeah, this is just an estimated. In 2020, which I have this already, I'm going to read for you. Total local iron ore production was over 4 billion with export. All right, so let's see what is associated with the U.S. knowledge. Let's see what is associated with the U.S. knowledge about Liberia that speaks to Liberia's value. Go, especially go downwards. Let's see what is associated. Where is this? This is it. So, the International Trade Administration is a segment of the Department of Commerce of the United States. The International Trade Administration is a segment, a department at the Department of Commerce of the United States. This is what they form, Liberia Market Overview. You see Liberia Commercial Guide, Liberia Country Commercial Guide, doing business in Liberia, market overview, market challenges, market opportunities, market entry. So the U.S. already has an idea that they might have been looking up to Liberia to go and corroborate or to go and present a summary case that will align with their knowledge of your value, your mineral value, in their agenda of making America great again. What did our president present? Nothing. The first time our president said, they do not know. We as a country, 5 million people presided over by the most educated economists in the world. California, all of them here, women pay. They all here. The country, they say, we don't know our estimated value, the estimated value of our minerals. We told the world today that we don't know. That's the biggest shame. Another embarrassment from Mr. Barker to the world. That's the first thing we did today. We told the world that all of us in the country, we took the uneducated people, we took the stupid people, the affluent people, we removed them from power, we put the fluent and educated and most experienced and most connected people in power to preside over the country. But all of our knowledge and ideas come together. We do not know the estimated values of our mineral resources. That's what we told the U.S. president and the U.S. today in the view of the press, international press. That's what we did. That was a mistake. We should have gone down there today with an estimated value of our mineral, to show that we are aware of our potential. By saying we don't know by saying please come to us and value our mineral, it means we do not know our potential in mineral. We don't know our mineral potential, so we cannot sell. That's why people come in here and taking our gold and diamond and carrying it, because look, the president is telling the world before the U.S. president that he does not know the estimated value of his own country mineral. My people, just see how we make mistakes, and we come back and I see people celebrating this embarrassment that your president will go to the war. The most powerful leader in the world sits in his presence, in the presence of other leaders, and tell him that he does not know the estimated value of a product, a potential that he are going to sell to them. It's like telling some I'm selling color. They are hammer for the color. He said, I don't know, but you can come to my house and come look at it and tell me how much you can pay. Hey, that's exactly why. Tell them when sell. No, when I get face price. So moment say okay, if you buy the fish, you go buy the fish. How much you sell the moment? How much you sell your moment per retail? The moment say tell you say I don't know, I gotta go make the fish rotting for you. And you know before I tell you how much I was selling, I just bought the fish from you. I can't tell you say how much I sell my moment. I can make it rotting for you. Then I cut it. Then I know how much. Moment say I never know the value of that moment or retail moment. That Baka, that moment Baka go say. Baka told Donald Trump after causing us all in Baka is among 5 African presidents invited by Donald Trump for a dinner. Only 5. Mr. Baka goes to the US president before his key officials and say, oh, you know, we get gold, we get diamond, but we don't know the value. So please come to us and please can help us to value our gold and diamond so we can sell to you, or so you can carry your investors there to go and mine our gold and our diamond. You don't know how much you get. So they assume the Americans say, okay, we're coming to your country. They send their engineers here and their geologists here. Bring all that equipment account. Y'all go down there and do an assessment and exploration to know the quality and the commercial value. When the Americans come, they tell you, oh, commercial value for your gold here. The quantity here, that 10,000 ounces. The honor state. What you do? How will you argue? The people already have evidence of you telling them that you don't know the value, and so because you don't know the value, you asking them to please come here and help you to value your mineral resources. So what do you do? And where there's 5,000 ounces of gold, they're sitting there and mining 1,000 and telling you that 1,000 what the mining 5,000 because you don't know now. Where there's 2,000 ounces of gold, they're sitting there, they tell you say that 500 and the mining it. You don't know. Look, in negotiation, when you go into negotiation, especially diplomatic negotiation, business deals, always go there with strong knowledge of your potential. You should always go to a negotiation with strong knowledge of your potential, what you are offering, what you can offer, and how you can offer that. You have to. You can't go to a negotiation unaware of your potential, unaware of your value. Oh, I have 10,000 ounces of gold deposit that's valued as so and so million or billion. And we believe that looking at your agenda of making America great again, and your interest or your investment, how much has America invested in gold exploration, diamond exploration? Do all of those research. And looking at your government, to realize that America has invested over 3.8 billion in gold exploration or diamond exploration. So we believe that with this capacity of this potential in Liberia, American firms or American investment can go there, to can expand their investment in Liberia. Then you've made a case. Then you have made a case because you have identified your potential, you have valued your potential, then you're offering that. No, so the first thing you identify your potential, then you value your potential, the commercial value, you value your potential, then you identify already your counterpart's agenda. You know his financial strength and his investment profile in your potential. Say, I have gold. This country, you have invested so amount in gold exploration, in diamond exploration. We believe that with our potential here, so you've already aligned your potential with the US agenda. You know what? You've already aligned your potential with because you identify your potential, you value it, you must be able to establish how it aligns with the Americans' agenda, the Americans' dream. If you see America spending over $7 to $10 billion in gold exploration, then it means you have a potential already. You value already. It means your potential aligns with U.S. interests, business interests. Then you make a case. We believe you can come here and explore. You can expand your exploration here. Where are these potentials, mineral potentials? Then you identify them. We have so amount, estimated amount in the western region. So estimated amount in the northwestern region. So amount in central Liberia. So amount in the southeast. Donald Trump will lay back and say, "Wow." Donald Trump said, "Where after that meeting?" Because there were business people, there were business leaders there. Where after that meeting or during that meeting, you will see them sliding their cars to you because you have marketed your potential. Then you have shown to the people that you are aware of your potential and you are aware of the value of your potential. No serious investor sitting on that table will hear you Baka telling them that one, this is our mineral potential. This is the value of our mineral potential. These are the different locations that host our mineral potentials. Mr. President, we believe with these potentials, looking at what the Americans have invested in gold and diamond exploration, you state the amount. Donald Trump with Jack, how you know that we invested this amount in gold and diamond exploration? You see, but then this man is aware of our commercial interest, our business interest. He's following. I think we can do business with him. Then you take the president, all of you around the president, you take the president and carry the president to America and goes and pull him down even Donald Trump and start talking about we are traditional relationship, we are traditional partners, and I want to thank you for your inauguration, for your independence, and we attended the independence celebration at the U.S. Embassy. You think Donald Trump, he know that he just was celebrating independence and he doesn't know that the independence celebrations are celebrated all ourselves, all across the embassies, across the country, and he said, well, there's a mission here, so obviously you will attend. Or you say, representative, the essence of that meeting was not to go tell somebody thank you for celebrating that Judah 26 and for inviting you there and that you were there. That's not the essence of that dinner, Mr. President, and to the government. You all miss a perfect opportunity today. You score one goal, you miss a perfect opportunity. Trust me, Mr. Baka will return to this country and not a single American firm will come here to invest in gold and diamond in this country because they are not convinced. We did not convince them. We could not convince them of our potential. We didn't tell them that we're aware of our potential. The fact that we say, please come and value our mineral potential, it means we do not have a knowledge or an idea of what our mineral reserves or value is. That's what it means. Your mineral reserve, you don't know the value, then you go market it also. Who can buy now? The Americans sitting down, they're looking at your security, your different thing here, the distance and everything. They say, no, boy. I think you have presented a data to us, check a hash sheet data with your mineral reserve, the different locations. You do your mapping. We mapping that thing good. You do your mapping of the different mineral reserve, the estimated value, everything. You share this infographic. Yes, you share the infographics. You share the infographic with the people on the hard table. With your mapping everything there. So they will see and read the map and know where the mineral reserves are, what the quantities are, what the estimated values are, and they will come here to invest. That would have been an attractive and well marketable or presentation of our mineral potentials. And you just tell the president and carry the president, he go sit down. He talking different thing here about how you attended. Thank you for inviting me to your independence. Congratulations on your independence. We attended the pool call to the embassy. I was there. I drink wine there. I eat food there. I finish I go home. And so we're here. We are traditional partner and all that. We tired with nothing here. When you go to business meeting, you sit down and go straight to the issues. You go straight to the issues. Because one, you have less time. Two, you have more people listening, and more people do not want to listen for long. People taking notes. You were talking, they're taking notes. There are other African leaders there. So you were competing with 4 other African leaders. You were competing with 4 other African leaders, Mr. President. And you score 0. You score 0. 0. And you will come out with 0 investment. 0 investment. You score 0. At that presentation today, Mr. President, you score 0. And you embarrass our country. You embarrass the engineers, all the engineers who have the mining engineers who have in this country. You embarrass the Ministry of Mines and Energy. You embarrass all of us because you told the world that we Liberians who do not even know the value, the commercial value for our mineral reserves. That's what you told the world. So you score 0. Let's go to the telephone lines and pick us. We'll take us on 2 issues. The protest we spoke about, and Mr. Baka scoring 0 by telling the world that we as a country, we do not know the commercial value, estimated commercial value of our mineral reserve. And asking America to come here, after you told the people that we reach in mineral and all of that, how you know you reach in mineral? Then you go by and contradict yourself by saying, we don't know your value, that they should come here and help you to value your mineral. You have to stop making the kind of simple, the kind of elementary mistakes, man. That everything will be teaching you, educating you what to do. You're going to stop this. Hello, let's hear this person. Thank you. Please go ahead. Please go ahead. You're welcome.
Oh, thank you. My I believe that we shouldn't have the man ministry. I believe that we have the geology department in the man ministry.
I'm telling you.
You know that the president has a contact with legal mineral research. But when you say now you get the whole country to assume that we don't have nobody that know the geology. We don't have the geology in the country. We don't have the man. So the ministry should be designed and put on different agency or different ministry. Because the president has said a word that we don't have no knowledge on mineral research yet. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's take calls. Hello. Okay, we take call from this side. The lines are busy again. Let's try this person. Hello.
Hello, Austin.
Please go ahead.
You know, our president was talking from his private conference. The man, you know, when he saw the president of America say he was never. Look at president speaking in front of president. Why is lying about on Liberia? Yes, sir. Everything I did, yes, sir. Yes, sir. What I have done for us today again? Big disgrace, my brother. In what time we don't know Liberia is a English-speaking country?
He knows that. He knows that.
No, my brother, we just have to live with it now.
And that's why the president should have reminded Donald Trump that, Mr. President, Liberia is an English-speaking country, and so this should not be a surprise to any American that has a traditional alliance and friendship with Liberia.
I tell you, my
brother.
Say,
thank you, sir. Liberia,
you go down there to go market your mineral. You don't know what to tell the investor to come here. Is there one worker waiting for the 2 years that is prayer or to get it today?
Thank you, my brother. Let's talk to somebody else. Hello, good evening to you. Hello? You're live. Go ahead.
Sorry. I'm going to call for Carwell.
Carwell.
You know, the judge will be full of Liberia asking our president where in English form. Judge will ask the man, where is that English form? The Liberia. You know, forgive us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's talk to somebody from this end. Hello, good evening to you.
Yes. Is it AB?
This is Austin Kawa. AB is not working with Freedom FM. You AB gone. AB with David Station. King 7. Okay, Man CC, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you, Dr.
Dr. Man CC, aka David Yeke.
Thank you.
Let's hear you.
So we got a president again left for the power resources, right?
Yeah.
I'm complaining about salary. Yes, sir, to your friend president. Because you say, oh, they don't say so. If you say so to the man that you're talking to, before you could meet Trump today, the open store class for him. What to say to Trump when he got it for Ghana so soon. Nothing to say to Trump. Trump for asking him, when you lay your English for yes, sir. You give it yesterday, yes, sir. How is it going to yes, sir?
You want you yesterday?
Yeah, and I want to ask him. He said the man, yes, sir, your friend president asking you, making muffin and making fun of Liberia president. They're flying with it. If one of the guys steps in their brain, I don't even know. That's not this person that they get up in America, you flying with it. And when they say next week, you're going to carry over there. You go to our court to get for the council of country, who can get a job, to bring investors, to get investors. They say, yes, sir, when you're going there with it, they will get off food to eat. They don't put that flying with it. They will put the stress on our back and our president. You know, you never have president what to do. What is it that you're in there for, yes, sir? So you come about, yes, sir, to tell us what I want there for. To say, yes, sir, it's that for president. Thank you, Macha.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's talk to somebody. Let's take calls. Good evening to you. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hello, you're live. Let's hear you.
Yeah, that was it. I want a question. Why the president John Army? That is here, I want to ask. Because yesterday was too much.
I need to ask my. They started by saying hello, just say yes sir. What's your name? Yes sir. How are you doing? Are the new slogan in town now? Yes sir. Good evening to you. Yes sir. Thank you sir. Let's hear you sir.
You know the issue and I was asking to all because we are a 42-year experience project. So it's the first time meeting Donald Trump. Also it's the first time meeting US President he talked to you for anything for this yes sir. So you know yes sir, you bring back to Labrador yes sir will give your job. Why the other party saying celebrating yes sir because
Native, thank you. Native need to do a remix of the song. Anything I say, Native needs to do a remix to that song. Let's talk to Gus. Gus, go ahead.
Good evening, Austin. Good evening to all peace-loving Liberians who are in tune this evening. Thanks for the recognition.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.
I take keen interest in the issue emanating from the Ministry of Transport
okay.
with the police.
Okay.
You know, the Transport Ministry is the sole regulators of transport activities in the country. And they are on a statutory mandate to regulate, to set up policies that will guide our roads, the airspace, and the real activities in the country. Taking the functions of the ministry to give it to a private entity, I think that is far at the disadvantage of Liberians. The first thing we should take into consideration is that the ministry will generate a revenue that we do not have to share with anybody. For giving the frugal responsibility to a private company and to take the revenue that we're supposed to get to help with our developmental drive, the people who are carrying out of the country to go and develop their own country. How did they arrive at such idea?
Thank you, sir. It's part of the rescue. It's part of the rescue agenda, sir.
Okay, so we just have to live with it, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Talk to you later, sir. Musa Brown, welcome, sir. Oh my God.
Mr. Kawa.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Kawa. This time when you call me, I will say yes, sir. I call you, I say yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Because right now, yes, sir. Look, Austin, this is not a joke.
Sure, it is.
Look, Austin, our country was humiliated.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, because among 5 presidents that spoke, it is only our president that was mocked. When the other guy spoke, Trump told them, congratulations, thank you so much. But Trump acted as if to say Liberia was not even present. Trump acted that the person of Joseph Boakai was not there in that meeting. And that's the reason why they even asked him, which country did you go to school? Which country you learn your English from? And he said, yes, sir. And then I see our brothers and sisters running around with this thing.
But Musa, you have not even watched the more humiliating part of the interaction today. Did you listen? You didn't watch the response from President Trump. The full response. President Trump.
The Washington Times. I just carry it.
Okay.
The Washington Times. That the compliment by President Trump of Liberia president speaking good English, it was humiliating.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know what our brothers are sitting there. Look, let me tell you something. Like you said, Austin, that President Boakai came to America to present a case for Liberia. And that case was President Boakai should have had in his hand, in his mind.
Yeah.
That 2 minutes or 1 minute they gave him. The mineral development agenda, the development agenda of his arrest, supposed to have been presented to Trump. How he wants for the American business people to go and invest into Liberia. That was the basis of which this conference is called. For you to go stand there and start saying, we want to congratulate you. You just had your Independence Day, and in fact, we support your making America great. Is that what they call you there for? Yeah, man. The people who know all the books and all the degrees, you couldn't even read a piece of paper and give it to the old man. Look, no matter what happened, whether we elect for the President Boakai or not, he's our president. Anything demeaning happened to him, anything demeaning come upon him, it come upon us. Because our friends that we work with will be mocking us to the working places. Oh? When your president, do not trust your president can speak good English, mock as your president. That kind of president you're there. It's shameful and disgraceful. So is that something to joke with that we see our brothers writing on Facebook? All kind of thing. Oh, President Trump congratulated Joseph Boakai for speaking good English. He went there for. And he could even speak kissy. And somebody interpret for him and present that brother case as wanted. Because his brother is better, we are better, we feel good. Sure. And so this is a case that we need to push. We need July 17. I'm calling all Liberians, all of my children. Move on to July 17. Greg Coburn will not kill everybody. If he kills some people, he will not kill everybody. We have hired police directors. They were more difficult, they were more brutal than Greg Coburn. Greg Coburn, his days are numbered. I have always said that. So let him go ahead and do what he want to do. Let him have all the strategic meeting. Let him have all the dubious and security tactics that he want to put in place so that to put this thing to a heart. The people will come outside July 17 and they will make sure we register our concern and our grievances to the government to do the right thing. We want the right thing to be done, and that's the reason why the people are coming. We, the people, will come outside July 17. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. We have to go. We have to take that call. I've always been missing the international line with another line, so I think I got it corrected today. So let's take 2 more calls and go home. This person, let's hear you. Please go ahead. Okay, we'll call the call your name. So, folks, we have to go. Okay.
Never say we're not taking big. They step in your house every day. We not talk every day, but say you won't be killing us every day. Like who can be save us now? Like who come and save us now? Corruption killing us every day, making everybody face the front. They say they want new press, so we gave them the new press, so they stay crying, say you're hungry.
Oh yes, they stay crying, say they're hungry, no job.
So we gave them the new press.
Thanks to all of you for following the show tonight. Thank you for following the show via Facebook, YouTube, and all our platforms via the radio, the traditional radio. We will be back here tomorrow by God's grace. Until then, my name is Osti M. Kawa. Osti M. Kawa. Kawa, K-A-W-A-H.
Too many appetites, but hunger stay killing.
That's my name.
To see the next day, you must think of. You got our people that will vote us.
Baba.
They lie to us. All the hope and the promise that they made to us. So fly just to carry our vote from us. That's why they lead all in poverty. Just to see and walk away with impunity. You came my mind, we vote for you. You go to school, you go.